Guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to another weekend product review. Today I received a stick welder. As you guys know, I have had a flux core Harbor Freight Tools welder that I bought like 5 years ago. It's pretty good. I've used it. It's not like industrial strength or anything, but it's just for good jobs at home. I've never gotten into the MIG or TIG welders, just flux core with the wire, you know. So Rilon sent me a stick welder. I've seen some videos about people using stick welders, and they seem like it's pretty easy, you know. When I opened this box last night, it didn't come with any rods, because, you know, with a stick welder you need electrodes or rods. Anyway, so they sent me some for me to test too. This is the, you know, you hit the slog or slag, knock it off, brush it and stuff. This is the cables that you connect. One's to ground, and the other one you would attach your rods onto here and just tap whatever you want it to weld. And in case you have a 220, you could use a 220 adapter that comes with. Comes with instructions. Yes, I know with something like this I usually should read the instructions, but I've watched enough YouTube videos on stick welding and the settings. I think it should be around 70 or 75 amps. Anyway, I'm gonna plug in these wires. Well, maybe I should read it, huh? So I know which one I'm plugging into. So I was reading the instructions. They actually say you could use both. You can connect the negative ground clamp onto the positive and the other one on the negative, or the other way around. But for electrodes, it should be the ground should be on the negative. And the positive electrode holder should be on the positive for positive type welding. I read it, so I feel okay that I know what to do. Here are the electrodes that they sent me. It's 1/8 inch or 3.2 millimeter. They're all the same size. I would think that it's holding it like this. You just touch it. So I've got this bed rail that I just cut. I cut it in half just so I could show you guys how it works, or I want to try it myself. So I'm just gonna clamp it like this and weld this seam right there, just like that. I'm gonna put it in my clamp. Let's see if it holds, and we could try this. I've clamped these two pieces together. I've moved my gas cans out of the way, and I got my fire extinguisher ready. I'm gonna plug in this Rilon stick welder into the electricity, and then we're gonna just try to put a seam right over there. Okay, I just plugged it in. Turn that switch on in the back. And over here, let's see. Power. Okay, so it shows 110. Let's put it to like 70, huh? Got this to ground. Just put it right there for now. Just touch it? I'm not sure. I'm gonna put my helmet down. Oh. Cool. is awesome. Holy cow. Let me shut this off. Oh, wow. That was my first time ever using a stick welder. I gotta say, for those experts, it looks terrible, right? But for me, this is like the best welds I've ever made. That's absolutely fantastic. So when I first started to try it, I touched it too close and then it sticks. You know what I mean? You almost have to keep it like 1 millimeter or less than a millimeter away from the surface. Dude, those are almost dimes. So here's the slag thing. Let's knock out these slags. Knock out the slag. And do a little brushing. Look at that. That was my first time. So it takes some practice, obviously, and you can practice on any piece of metal and stuff. I didn't, grind this metal before, which usually you do, but I just wanted to show you how it works. I would grind it clean before, so you have a nice clean surface before you do it. But honestly, man, this is great. Really great. Got my gloves on now, so I can touch it. It's probably still hot. Check that out. You just have to get right at the seam, and this is probably a more difficult seam to be more structurally sound. But honestly, these welds look better than my usual flux core welder. And also, if you look at the size of this thing, I mean, it's small and tiny, you know what I mean? This is like a third of the size of my flux core welder. So this is the new Rilon welder. Stick welder, my very first time. Dropped a couple of nickels. Fantastic. Look at the size of this thing. It's small and handy, lightweight. You can control this very easily. It's an ARC 160GS IGBT DC inverter. Use 220 volts or 110 volts. And really easy to use, as you saw. My very first time using a stick welder. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to use this from now on, instead of looking out my huge flux welder, you know what I mean? I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are interested. Please check it out, and it's very inexpensive. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.